right, we are officially live. Just going to go ahead and let some people in the room here.
Let's roll.
So, yeah, I'm just excited for another session of the Advisor Edge. This has been super fun doing this series with financial advisors. And yeah, we just love the opportunity to serve you guys, pour some value into you. We've been serving this industry for about 10 years now. Chris has been leading financial advisors. And yeah, I just want to say real quick just how grateful I am for the people that have continued to show up, the people that have, had some amazing questions. We got a little bit of feedback on just some things to maybe consider in the future for topics, and that's always greatly appreciated. So keep those coming. Yeah, I'm excited to have Sal back in the house today on today's topic, Inside Out Marketing. And yeah, I'll let you go ahead and take it away, Sal. Welcome, Walter. Good to see you.
Hey, Walter. Awesome. Well, let's get rolling. I'm going to share my screen here, Rob. Boom, boom. All right, guys. So some more people might roll in, but I want to get rolling. We got 30 minutes, so we want this to be kind of high level, but I want you guys to, I say, take the fruit, throw away the peel. There's going to be some stuff in here that I know is going to be valuable to you. So when you see what applies to you, take it, run with it, and implement fast. All right. So the topic of inside out marketing, something that we've seen in the industry, Dave and Walter, I'm sure you guys can attest to this. We start a business or we decide to take on something new, and right away, we got to go market it. We got to get out there. We got to get in front of people. And we do, right? We need to make some money. We got to put food on the table. That's always happening. But we never really get clear on what it is that we're marketing. So we look to amplify something that we never really got clarity on. And in your industry, as we know, and I know you both agree, it's very easy to get lost in the sea of sameness, say the same things as everyone else and show up as everyone else. This idea of inside out marketing, it's almost like a hack. It really is. While we're not ones for shortcuts, this really is like a hack because it's a missed opportunity to market from the inside out. What do I mean by that? You see clarity, belief, and advocacy, right? If we can get extreme clarity, crystal clear on, wow, what the hell is it that we're actually selling, right? And what is it that I bring to my clients, the value I bring? And then we can instill that belief in other people, whether you have a team, if you have an assistant, small team, a big team, or instilling that belief in your clients and creating raving advocates, in other words. Sometimes we get a client and we love that hunt, right? We get them in, we service them, we take great care of people, but we don't really continue marketing to them because we got them, right? They're already in. So let's make sure they're taken care of and that's it. There's actually a huge missed opportunity in there to actually market to our existing clients. And I'm going to share some ideas with you on that today. So you can't market what you don't believe, right? This dude right here had a belief that we can all still feel. And so if we aren't convicted by our message, our value prop, and what we do, how can we expect anyone else to be convicted by it and to believe in it if we don't? So I want some engagement on this. As you guys know, those of you who know a little bit about me, I don't like to just talk the whole time. I want this to be interactive. So think about this. If you didn't own the business, and I believe, yeah, both of you do, would you be inspired by it? And is it clear what to be inspired by? You just unmute yourselves and share some thoughts with me on this.
So I'll chime in. So, I have a Edward Jones office, so I don't own it per se, but it's my office, right? So it's just myself and an admin. And so for me, it's that, am I inspired by it? Absolutely. But it needs to reflect me as well as the broader brand. This is really I view this as mine, even though it's not completely mine.
Yeah, and Edward Jones really does promote you to do that, kind of make it your own, obviously within the guidelines of the company. Yeah, because I know with working with some other Jones advisors that they do this. They really have a mission, a vision, and things that they put out there in the world, and that's what people are getting behind. They're not the Edward
Because if you're
Jones
not
name.
different, there's 20,000 of us. If you're not different, I don't, there's going to be seven, there's less here in New England, but you need to differentiate yourself. All the stuff you and Chris, say the preeminence and being that that go-to advisor. That means I still want to be above, I want my practice and what I do to be above what's, the norm.
So Walter, I'm curious, what's your answer to this question?
I guess I'm inspired by what I do. I'm inspired by how I serve, despite not owning it per se.
Yeah, and do you think that your current clients and future clients, do you think they know what it is to be inspired by?
I think that's the thing that I don't know if about Dave, but that's communicating that is why I gravitate towards you guys because I
Got it.
think I'm good at it and the people that know me get me, but I also need to communicate that more broadly. So I think being clear on communication and messaging and language is critical.
Yeah, so Dave, how about for you? Think about that. You
Um,
didn't own it. Would you be inspired by it?
yeah, so I don't know if you remember this, Sal, or not, but we had a conversation about this. And the financial service industry is not anything that inspires me. So I'm branching off on my own because I found an area in exit planning that is more of my strong suit and being the quarterback behind organizing and coordinating other people and other professionals and getting them to work as a team to build something really significant for business owners. That's what inspires me.
Yeah, so Dave, I love that because from what I know about you, it almost brings you back into coaching a little bit,
Yeah, man.
bringing a team of people together and coaching them to help that business owner,
Yeah. And
right?
I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be.
So that right there is where I'm going next, right? When we find that thing, you have this feeling that this is where you're supposed to be. You have this clarity, but now you have to market it to yourself to get it to be real and sustainable. And every day when things get hard and it's easy to forget about marketing, it's easy to forget about mission, vision, values, and those things. How are we marketing to ourselves? And so here's 3 steps. Obviously, like for the purposes of time, this is higher level stuff, but I want you guys to screen shoot this. We could even share the deck. But these 3 steps right here, if you can create these things and then market to yourself daily, these are game changers. Okay, we all hear the why, right? Know your why and tell people your why. People buy your why. But I don't think as business owners, we're busy, right? We get tied up in the day to day and we don't go deep enough on it. And we don't remind ourselves of our why. So, a great question to ask yourself, what motivates me to do what I do every day? And then define what it is that you're actually selling. Dave, even though you don't identify as so much of an advisor anymore, it's still very much in financial services, but
Yeah.
that's not what you're selling, right? It's not
Right.
really the industry you're in.
Right. It's funny, like one of the things you said was, and make sure you're selling this to yourself every day. That's something that I can get lost in a long periods of time where I forget why I'm doing it. But like now I'm inspired to be out here and talking to business owners. And it's a more natural conversation for me and I'd much rather pull in people that either I know or other CEPAs and formalize a plan specific to that person, not just generalized information and other crap.
Yeah, and I'm sure that that's not easy every day. It's easy to get lost in, like you said, right? Which is why getting clear on these things here and then marketing it to ourselves every day, we need that reminder, right? Without it, we could just get lost. So the third thing here is, we've all heard about mission, vision, and values, but have we created that? That's not just for companies, right? That's for both of you as individuals as well. And so you can create that and you can lean on so many tools right now. You can ask AI, hey, what's a really powerful way for me to create my mission, vision, values, right? And have that, print that, keep it on your desk. Like that is marketing to yourself. And we need that reminder because as you guys know, it can get lonely out there, right? Trying to go at it on the hunt. We get a glimpse of some wins and some good momentum. And then let's face it, things get tough, right? we need that reminder. We need to market to ourselves. So then we want the world, our team, our market to understand who we are, and we want them to get it. And we get frustrated when they don't, right? Because we feel like we did a great job presenting. But we got to get that first piece right. If we don't see ourselves clearly and know the value of our work and our why before asking others to, it's simply not going to land. And we just believe that true influence starts on the inside. So marketing to yourself, your team, and your clients will create alignment. We like to say, to get to a place where you start to become magnetic and you start to pull in and attract your clients. But this stuff doesn't happen overnight, right? This is about, what are we doing every day? Are we reminding ourselves every day? Are we marketing to our team and our clients every day? So marketing to your team, another great way to go from a commodity to preeminent. If we have a team of people who just kind of going through the motions versus a team of people who understand the mission, the vision, they can go out there and talk about what we do really clearly, really powerfully. This is something that at Possibility Co. we work on I want to say every day and every week as a group on our Monday call. We're talking about our language. We're talking about our mission, vision, values. We share a document and we all jam on it. We acknowledge each other for how we showed up in that way that week. And so a couple of ways to market to your team: create some aligned language. Can everyone on your team really explain what makes you different and give a powerful, we say elevated pitch, not elevator pitch, it's an elevated pitch. But obviously you guys got to get clarity on that first before you can instill that in your team, right? And then building this internal belief. It's not easy to do. It's simple, but it's not easy. But if we can do that and get it through to some other people, what's on your mind, what's on your heart, your vision, get it through to your team as you build, it is going to take the weight off of you guys so much. It's going to feel great to have other people pushing your vision forward and to start living the brand, not just selling it, right? And I know this is easier said than done, especially as we're starting out, we're building something new, whatever the case may be. But if we can establish, again, what the brand is, the mission, the vision, values, and look for ways to live that every day, we're being a demonstration of what we teach, what we preach, what we're selling. So this is all the behind the scenes stuff that goes into, marketing from the inside out. And then to your clients, I just feel like we have a really, really big missed opportunity here. Again, because we get people in the door and now we're comfortable and we're looking for the next one. And if we're decent human beings and business people, we're going to take great care of people. We just miss the opportunity to market to them. So what can that look like? All right, you see here, clients who believe in you market for you. Sometimes they just need a reminder. Rob can attest to this. On our Monday meeting every week, Chris Smith reminds us of who we are and what we're here to do. And that reminder fires us up. I remember that reminder when Thursday comes and it's a tougher day or a longer day and I'm losing flow a little bit, brings me back to who we are. What's our belief at the Possibility Co? And this will be a good one for you guys. Our belief is that limitation is created, possibility exists. You guys heard that before? Raise your hand if you've heard that, right? It's something that we talk about and we cultivate and we remind ourselves. And so how can you remind your clients of the difference that you've made for them, of the progress that they've made, and get them excited again? We have opportunities to do this in every progress meeting, every check-in meeting. And so reignite their belief. Share some stories, maybe a story of what you remember about them when you first met them and where they were, what those fears and concerns were in contrast with where they are now. Share your vision and your future vision, your mission, all the things that I showed in the earlier slide. Share that with people. Talk about it. It serves two purposes. Number one, you get the reps and you get a chance, you create the opportunity to talk about these things, and you're sharing that with your current clients, giving them something that they can get behind. So reignite their belief. And then the second one here I really love. Don't just satisfy, surprise. This book here, you guys can see it. Yeah. Unreasonable Hospitality. Have you guys heard anything about this book or read it? Okay, we got Walter, yes, and Dave, no. So, Dave, basically, the principles in this book came from Will Guidara, who his restaurant 11 Madison Park in New York City became the #1 restaurant in the world. And he did that by surprising a table, basically. Surprising a table with a $2 hot dog in a 4-star fine dining restaurant. Okay? I can tell you the whole story. We'll save that for another time. But what he did was he didn't just satisfy. This restaurant had all of the fine dining things, the service, the food, like tablecloths, linens, everything was ironed. Just they did everything right to get those 4 stars. But this element of surprise with this $2 hot dog changed the game, and his team just went nuts with this element of surprise. Because look, in your world, if someone is hiring you, they expect that you're competent, you're pretty smart, and you know what you're doing. And again, if you're a decent human being, you're going to take care of people and do what's right. That's satisfying. That's almost what's expected now. This element of surprise can really take things to the next level, and you're marketing yourself to your clients by doing that. You're giving your clients a reason to remember you, to talk about you, to keep you top of mind. That's marketing. And then empowering them to really become advocates of your brand. Do they know your story? Can they tell your story? Are we equipping them with the language to refer us? Giving them a reason to refer us, and then equipping them with the actual language to make it easy. This is all marketing, and these things are really, really powerful hacks that we have been leaning into. Rob's leading the charge right now on our referral program. And we created a system, and we're going to be teaching this soon, to teach your clients how to refer you. And we're using to teach our clients how to refer us. That is marketing. So I want to open this up for a couple minutes, and then I'll let Rob close us out. But yeah, I'm curious what's present for you guys and what stood out from this idea of inside out marketing and starting with you, your team, and your clients.
Well, I love the don't satisfy, surprise. That's a really unique way of distinguishing yourself from everybody else out there, for sure. And reigniting the belief. Like, I love this screen. I took a screenshot of this. I love this slide. Reigniting your belief. My time out in Tahoe has been that refresher for me, and being able to touch base with other people that I haven't talked to in years about what I do now outside of my coaching career. It's been refreshing, I guess is a good way to say it.
Yeah, so you're seeing that, Dave, as reigniting your belief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's a good takeaway. And thank you. I'm learning from this as well. Yeah, Walter, how about for you? Anything in particular really stand out, something that you can see, you can really take away and implement?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you get to the out part of it, the marketing to your clients and referrals, it's interesting because if you serve them well, they do want to talk about you, they want to help you. And if you don't give them that really crystal clarity on who you are, what you do, who you want to serve, you can get crappy referrals, or ones that you aren't the right person to serve them. And you kind of want to minimize that because you only have a certain amount of time, and time is precious. And so if you can really get them to want to be that advocate for you because of how you serve them, and have them know exactly what that looks like and how you want that articulated, getting 4 good referrals is better than getting 20 where only 4 of them are good.
Saves you a lot of time right there. Right. So what I really hear in that, Walter, is, man, that example that you just brought up really sums up this entire training. It's like, let's get the clarity, right? And then let's bring that to our clients who we've already made a difference for. It's really the low-hanging fruit. they already know and understand the value that we bring. If they don't, you got some other things to clear up and work on there. And but they already know, right? And so let's give them a crystal clear picture of why they should refer us, reignite their belief, right? Tell them their story again. People need to be reminded just like we do. And then let's give them a crystal clear picture of who to refer us to and how to do it. To me, that type of marketing wins all day over all the other things, the networking events and the LinkedIn and all those things that look, we need to be doing, right? We need to be in as many places as we can. But this idea of inside out marketing, man, if you guys lean into it, look, I've seen this be a game changer for us at the Possibility Co. in the past 6 months. Q1 and 2, we've never experienced anything like it. And we attribute, I would say, yeah, I think Rob would agree. I'd say over 90% of our efforts to inside out marketing. So appreciate you guys joining and sharing here. And yeah, Rob, I'll let you take us away and hear your takeaways if you got any.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, Sal, thank you so much. And Dave and Walter, thank you guys for your participation. One of the things that I thought was fascinating since my time here with Possibility, I've been in the marketing industry, coaching, consulting for a long, long time now. And one of the things that I thought was very interesting when I first came here was that there wasn't really any paid advertising going on. And it kind of blew my mind. I was like, like there's got to be something. Like, are you guys having like, Google ads or Facebook, or like where are people coming from? And the response that I kept getting back was either from referrals or people finding us through, just organic things. And that was a really, really strong testament to the level of work and service that the Possibility Company was providing. Testimonials from the work that Sal has done, Chris Smith speaking at, different stages around the world. And this is one thing that we obviously teach quite a bit here inside of our coaching. And the thing that I thought was cool was that it reminded me back to like what branding really is. And if you were to simplify it even further, like some of the things Sal was just talking about, just to reiterate, is that branding is what people feel about you, say about you, and think about you when you're not in the room or your company is not in the room. And it's those conversations that people are having about the experience that they had with a person or a company that they just can't not talk about it. And that's one of the things that I think is super fun with the marketing that we do now, leveraging this model of inside out marketing, is the majority of stuff that we post is feedback from you all. It's testimonials, it's case studies, it's the way that we've helped, pour value into you, but not that we did all the work, that you guys actually went and implemented it, which is such a beautiful thing. And yeah, it's just been a ton of fun to see this concept actually working in real time. And I'm seeing it more and more in the financial, in the wealth management industry, which has been a very, very cool to see, is like referrals are happening more consistently because there's a certain level of service beyond just fulfilling on it, but that element of surprise that Sal's been talking about. So like, guys, I would encourage you guys to take this seriously. Like we'll be sharing out some of these slides and things to go back and reflect on like what am I doing to like really create raving fans within my firm. Sal, again, thank you. Dave, Walter, thank you guys so much. I know most of you guys on this call live today are currently working with us, but if not, we'd love to explore what Possibility could look like in your own firm as well. You can go to possibility.com/next. I know there's a lot of people that check out this replay. We'd love to just connect with you, see where you're at, where you're trying to go, help you stand out and differentiate so you can be the go-to advisor as well. Yeah, we'd just love to hear what your goals are, if there's any sticking points, and help you create a game plan moving forward. So without further ado, that wraps up today's session. We will be back in 2 weeks, and yeah, we'll have another 30-minute hangout, and I'm super excited to see you guys again soon. If you guys ever have any questions, you can reach out to me directly. That's rob@possibility.com, PSBLTY.com. And again, yeah, thank you guys so much for spending some time with us today. Sal, any closing remarks from you, man?
I'm all good, man. Go lead. Possibilities everywhere if you're looking for it. So have a great rest of the week, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.